Hey, what's going on? It's Bebop here, and today's video is going to be about the new Hatchet build that you should definitely try out with the changes to Keen Berserk. It is a monster now. So I have Keen Berserk on the clothing, and I'm using the Freya with a great axe as the offhand. And with this build, you can hit up to 8 or 9k. Light hit. Now you could probably hit into the 10 11ks, you know, if you put rogue on there, and you know, depending on your group and how much rend is on all the enemies. But it is just really fast DPS and hits extremely hard. Plus here in the fire mutation, not getting bounced around because your berserk is such a help to, you know, continue your DPS without getting bounced. So I'm going to show you the build now on the screen, and once again, this is given to me by my buddy Mags, so thanks Mags, and he gave me permission to share it with the world out here. But yeah, what you want to do is, you know, you berserk, you do 3 autos, and then you could do the rending throws, 3 autos, and then, you know, torrent, 3 autos, and by that time, you hit the throwing hatchet, and then your berserk will be back up online. That's what's so good about the Freya, is the cooldowns that you get with this. The uptime on the berserk is huge.
Giggity giggity, giggity good.
Now in this silence mutation, you really want to try to pop silence before engaging in a fight. Not right there, how we're just sitting here doing nothing. We should really wait and pop it right before we get into the next engagement. And that way we have all this time that we could have been DPSing without it ticking against the meter. Like right now we should have popped it. But, you know, when you get thrown with a group, you know, everybody plays a little bit different. Luckily, we just got it blocked before we went into the, you know, whole next fight. So I guess can't complain too much there. But I did mention it to these guys when we were running shortly after this, and they quickly picked up, and they're really good players, so they picked up really fast and was like, okay, cool, and then we got it going from there. And I like to pull these guys down here. Some people will just drag them all up, but those archers will linger back a lot, and they will cook the healer a lot. So if you can get them grouped up, Tank does an excellent job of bringing the mob over to the archer. If you can get them grouped up, take them out real quick, it just helps on the next big pull. I mean, we weren't speed running, we're just chilling, we're just doing a normal run. So normally, I mean, well, the speed run's totally different, but I'm not gonna get into that. This is a very chill run. And I got to run with my buddy Hunzi, that I haven't got to run with a lot lately. He's always in the chat, and you know, finally got to wake my butt up early enough to get over there on nights and hit run with you, buddy. Man, thank you for letting me run with you. Oh my God, the first one was so terrible that I played terrible, not them. I mean, I got. I don't even want to talk about it. And it wasn't recorded, so I guess it never happened. Let's just move on to this video. But yeah, grouping up is very important. We have 2 great axes here. I should have told him to just throw on 1. Usually I will defer for situations like that. The first grab didn't really get them all together because they were still spread out. And then that second one pulled them together a lot quicker. I don't know if we had vines here. I think one person was running vines. I think it was 8,000 light attacks, man. But yeah, 2 great axes is good to have. A lot of these mobs are spread out a lot through this dungeon, so the better grouping, the better DPS. The faster you'll kill everything. It's not all about damage. It is a lot about grouping here in PvE. Now this next part, you want to take out these 3 and then have someone pull. Now the next room, when you pull, the lightning guy's gonna come charging out, and then the mages, the DPS want to try to grab well the mages to get them to stop or hammer slam them, and then the sacred needs to be on the DPS. We get a little lucky here that I was able to pull the mages without pulling the big guy, so that is the ultimate situation. Now the other great axe guy should be reaping one of these guys here, but one did grit right off the bat, so it wouldn't have mattered if he targeted him. We need better grouping here for sure, and more CC. I'm not seeing a hammer. I'm not seeing a spear knocking these mages down. They're just up way too long. CC needs to happen there. I should have threw on a spear, seeing that we had one great axe, and usually that would be enough, but I did not. Now with the hatchet here and with that build, you need to be very careful because you're not able to block with the hatchet. So that lightning, you got to switch to your offhand weapon and block, or you need to double dodge, roll out of there.
Fuck me.
We're having some aggro issues here, which is, you know, a little tough because that guy turns and hits hard. Then you got the fires, so. I had already gotten downed once. I did not want to get shrine, so I was trying to get his stamina down, but just playing a little safe right there. No need to go in there and go crazy. We're just chill running, so. You gotta watch out for those leaps, man. They hurt. I'm still so used to dodging all the time for those. I haven't got used to running the hatchet with Berserk and just chilling right through them. But I'm glad the hatchet's back. It's been nerfed for so long. So in Genesis, I ran this build yesterday, and yeah, same thing, 8 to 9K. I don't think I saw a 10K light hit, but yeah, it got up there pretty high, man. And on the dummy, when I was testing it, it was around 54 seconds to kill the dummy at the forts. So it's slower than the rapier, but it's still faster than a lot of other weapons out there. Now here you can choose to put on a lost ward pot if you want. You don't have to. Same thing with the coatings. I wouldn't do it unless I was speedrunning, because then you're trying to maximize, you know, time and all that stuff. But even at 5con, these guys, you know, they're relatively easy to get through. And we had good group weakening, so no problem. Didn't have to take a ward pot or nothing. Make sure you have your lost trophies up so you can actually do more damage to these guys. How many people still wait for a bag to drop from that guy? Because when this dungeon first came out, those ghosts would drop bags, and man, I swear, even after all this time, I'm still waiting for a bag. Oh, I missed a shortcut right here to the right. Oh, I miss it. Good thing it's fire weak, because that fire does not hurt at all. Now, if you have a sword, it's always good to have a sword here that you could throw as your backup weapon. Every player should have one, and everybody could leap across, save some time. You just put on the leaping strike ability in the skill tree and just leap right on across, and you can skip all this time wasted. Important to get these guys group up, keep them together, because they do like to separate, and then you're just getting hit from all angles. And they are explosive. You see that right below the name. So there's 2 explosives, and this one's got shattering and flame and fury. Easy. Right here, I was thinking about switching to a keen awareness ring. I really wish I would have been able to get it off. Oh, I was also trying to switch to the slash amulet, which I'm not sure if I got on or not. I don't think I did. Slash amulet here is pretty good. Help protect you from some of the hits. I'm trying to get the timing down with the hatchet on this boss, but you need to basically dodge when certain swipes are gonna happen based on your position. Because at times here it will be a little bit left of the boss, and then you need to dodge the left hits, and then at times you'll be at the right, and you need to dodge the right. Very difficult to stay in the middle. It's best just to dodge. Right there, I should have dodged or hold. Normally I'd hold block, but you can't do that with the setup on the hatchet because you're just going to be aiming in to throw. And right here, used to be able to get in there and swing away and just dodge through the fire and absolutely do way more DPS than just throwing. But with the amount of desync since the combat upgrade or the combat change, and I'm over here on NISA, so like 170 to 190 ping, I just don't even chance it anymore because I've been sucked into that flame from desync too many times. Like, all right, once they fix it, I'll go back to doing the best way to do it. But till then, it's actually absolutely a cool looking scene right there with all the fireballs up in the air about to drop down. We would typically like to proc silence outside of the zone that we're in, but in, you know, randomly thrown together groups, yeah, good luck with getting that worked out. I got lag right here. I don't know what the hell was going on.
What the hell was that? Oh my god.
I'm wondering. Now I gotta watch from the bleachers. All right, this next part, all DPS should jump on the archer real fast and take the archer out. No reason not to. The archer will stay behind, start shooting the healer, then the healer's down, and you know, game over. So we grouped up really nice here, so we didn't really have to worry about that. I'll throw the grab well there to proc the fire away from the boss. That way we have time in the fight without the fire, because that ice and fire on the ground is just a hell of a lot of damage you're going to be taking. And hopefully we can get enough CC where the mage won't get another ice shower off or ice storm. Perfect. And that's why you want to always try to proc the fire away from the named enemies before you fight them. and usually the healer will do it, but if you're a DPS with the great axe, get good, start doing it. Right here, I think somebody gets knocked into the fire. I heard someone yell, "Ah!" I guess that was either fell in the fire or they jumped down low health and landed on the fire. Because I proc the fire away from the enemies here too. Yeah. Get you some, dude. Well, that hatch doing work right here. 9,800. Now earlier I did get a 13k rending throw hit. Oh, I got that. But now that the hatchet's back, will you be using it and trying it out? Seems like a lot of people are signing up with it here lately. I guess everybody wants to run it and see how it goes.
Dude, that hit me? No way. That's to the side.
Yeah, I thought I was to the side there where that wasn't gonna hit me, so I didn't bother dodging, but man, range on that hit. All right then. This is where it's important as a tank that you want to communicate with your teammates. Hey, I'm dragging, don't hit. Because we were hitting back there. I'm sure some people got some aggro, and they just got really spread out. So we got to clean up. Boy, when they fix the desync issue with the new combat system, you know how much better everybody's gonna be? Holy moly. What that's gonna feel like. Alright, so the code that you put in earlier before the lost area is the same code that's gonna appear here. So what you want to do is prime it.
I can get it, I can get it, I can get it, I get the done.
So I like to tell people I'm gonna get it. You should know the number system. So it was 3-1, what was it, 3-1-2, or no, 3-1-3. So D is 3, square is circle,
Hold on, let me switch to spirit.
circle is 1, and the X is 2. So if you know the number system, you can easily just type that in the chat, and that's how many times it takes, how many turns on the dial it takes to get to the right symbol. All right, let's take out this healer first. As a tank, you always want to try to approach that crowd and push him up toward the stairs So you would put your back toward the south and you would face toward the northeast or east. And that would push him up the stairs, because if he gets over here in this lava or any wall that we can't get behind him, it's a problem. Now we could try to reap him out, but it's a lot of times he goes grit. It is what it is. Man, it's so scary when you bust those grenades so close. All right, don't pick up my bag. Now this boss fight, you can approach it a couple ways if you're DPS. You could try to go around 25% slash, you know, and stay, you know, low con, or you can try to boost up to 50 con and just try to dodge the melee backswings. If you're a goat like Burr Black out there, if you're watching, I know you're already saying, stay in fire, 5 con, dodge the slashes, stop being a noob. Man, it's scary out here, bruh. But yeah, no, he's right. I mean, if you can dodge the slashes, know when they're coming, then, or you can hold block on that part, then you can stay on them pretty consistently. Now, with the spear, I feel like you have a little bit more distance between you and the enemy, all those back shots, than you do with maybe like a hatchet or something. But at the end of the day, try to know the mechanics when those big swings like that are coming. Back up for a second, and then all this time right here is free melee time. That last stab down can hit you when you're behind them, so just be aware of that. He will spin to the farthest person away, so whoever that is, be ready. We have silence all over the place. Usually if you can communicate that with your team, hey, silence is about to proc, let's get to the side. Everybody get to the side, let it proc, and then get back to the fighting. Here, always stay in the middle. It's free DPS. If you're gonna explode, try not to explode on your teammates. You know, try to explode somewhere off on the side, a little private area, and that way you don't do damage and hurt your teammates. All right, free DPS time. Let's go. Everybody should be up here on melee. I think I switched to a slash amulet for this. And I think it was a con amulet, so my numbers are going to be off here on the boss fight. Going to be doing a little bit less damage. I'm not 350 strength. Whoever's a spear person in this, always important to keep a skewer on this boss. If you want to be ultra safe, you can go medium gear with featherweight, and you can, you know, go 5 con or 15 con or whatever, and then you can melee behind all day pretty much. Just throw on a slash amulet and you'll be good to go. Some of those slashes that he does right there will hit you before the animation, so you got to be careful. I don't believe there's a side that you're wanting to pick, because both sides can get it. But if there is a side of favor, hey, if you're out there, put in the comments, let me know. Hadn't found one yet. They both seem deadly. Almost like the snake boss in the first fight. they do back swings for the left and the right. And right here, he's elevated a little bit, so it is safer for the DPS to do more melee. And there we go. Gold run, baby. Well, let me know if you would be trying out the hatchet build, or if you have a hatchet build of your own with the, I know a lot of people have been saying the winged leather shoes, because anytime you have haste, you're doing an additional 10% damage. I have not tested the numbers, so maybe I'll be doing that later on tonight. We do have the big announcement of what's going to happen here in New World, probably console release and others things coming up here in a couple hours. I'll be live streaming. Be sure to stop by, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.